Welcome to DC Chi Alpha's Better Wherever podcast, where we are better together wherever, whatever the weather, whether we're together or not. Today we have our special Easter Eggstravaganza edition, video edition podcast, and we're joined by a special guest, Jeremiah Joel Young, as you can see in the screen here. I'm also joined by the rest of the staff, Jolene, Alexis, Blaine, Daniel, and German, and we are extra excited, extra excited about this episode. That was good, right? But first, before I explain this episode, I do have to ask an Easter joke. Yeah. Are you guys ready? Jeremiah, are you ready for this joke? Mm-hmm. All right, my question is, why shouldn't you tell an Easter egg a joke?
Because
it will hatch.
Yes.
Very close.
Great answer.
Oh. It will crack up.
Yeah. There you go.
That's it.
Jeremiah, you really got everyone.
He was close.
On tandem.
Wow, we need him on more often.
Yeah.
Well, today we're excited because not only will we be chatting about our own Easter traditions growing up, Easter traditions if we had any back then, but also now. But while we're doing this, and the reason this is a special video edition is because we will be dyeing eggs, bringing back our childhood. We've all got our eggs here, right?
You got a lot of eggs there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to make a lot of egg salad. I feel like that's kind of...
Oh, I see. Makes sense.
But yeah, anyway, we're excited that you're joining us on this episode of Better Wherever. Sure.
Hey, we have a video version.
From
the mouths of babes. That's right. If you are listening to this on Anchor or on Spotify or wherever you find your podcasts, this is one that you pause, you go on over and check out the video edition of this across all of our social platforms, including YouTube.
So true. I don't know what's going on over in the boys' corner over there, but great. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, what is everyone's method? Like, are we going childhood bootleg versions, which is food coloring and vinegar, or we got kits? How are we doing this?
Neon.
That's right, neon.
They have a neon kit.
You have the classic, how do you pronounce that, POS?
Yeah.
That's just the classic.
Yeah, America's favorite Easter tradition, according to themselves.
Exactly. According to themselves.
I'm the best preacher, according to myself, and the most humble man in Exodus is the author of the book, Moses.
Oh, wow.
Moses.
This food coloring packet actually has an egg dyeing.
Ooh.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's nice.
Convenient.
Very convenient. Does everyone else have a kit? How are you guys doing it?
Yeah, we have this kit right here.
Oh, cute.
Not an ad.
This is not an
Not a
ad.
paid promotion.
It looks,
not a sponsor.
I think Daniel, do you have the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was very helpful when I went to the Target dollar section because we will probably get to it later, but I personally have not dyed eggs since before I can remember, age 4. So this is helpful when they give you all the instructions at once.
You want to try it, buddy?
11, 12, 13.
Yeah, I guess we
Or-
I know, I'm starting. I know, you guys are starting.
Oh, dude.
Okay, so yeah, let's get started.
I think
Well, just take, you want to set them in there for a while, so.
Oh, you gotta sit.
Okay, we're starting.
I
Does
know.
anyone want to,
5 minutes?
I don't know if we can,
what?
I don't know. I'm just going to do it until they look colorful.
I gotta take it out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, no, it says every single
I'm
one.
gonna drop them with this.
Dissolved.
Can we multitask? Can someone start sharing their Easter traditions? I don't think I can.
I'll share while Jeremiah, you want to dunk another one, buddy? You're doing great. So we never colored Easter eggs growing up. I honestly, there's so much about my family story that, I am thankful for, so much I'm still learning to understand, and some I'm deconstructing, like everybody that has a beard. And so I think we didn't color the eggs because I remember hearing something like
Took away from Jesus.
Well, maybe it took away from Jesus. It was wasteful. It was worldly, but it's I think you can eat the eggs, right? So
we just ate them. Yeah, we ate them. And sometimes they're colorful even underneath the shell.
Right. So,
You're
and I
lucky.
think you taught me that a few years ago, and I know Hannah's taught me a lot.
I
And
think
so,
maybe my mom gave you guys Easter baskets with eggs in it. I think she made one
Yeah.
for Jeremiah.
and I was like, whoa, this is so progressive. No, for us
No,
growing
wait,
up,
I forgot to color mine with the crayon.
Oh yeah, so did I.
You already, how many eggs do you have? Just one each?
So 2 each.
You put them all in already?
Yeah.
I'm taking it back out and drying it off.
Oh, that was quick.
You just
Good job,
mixed it.
Jeremiah.
I
Look at that.
I got one.
I
Good
took it back
job.
out. I don't know if this is sacrilege, but here we are.
What's the problem?
I
We
think
all-
you're fine.
We
Because
always
I
went
don't
to Easter
I'm
services.
gonna make it a design.
Right. Yeah, we did the Easter services
We-
too.
We volunteered and we're in the dramas and in the plays. And then we typically had a big meal and Easter basket. So we celebrated, but eggs were never
Yeah.
part of it. So
Oh,
I'm glad that they're part of
interesting.
it now. I'm more of a turkey guy, but of course we had lots of ham, lots of good food. Of course, green chili near the ham and the mashed potatoes, but I don't have to. Every holiday is green
Wow.
chili in my family. So
Is there special food for Easter?
Oh yeah, that's not talking.
I think ham
I
is
think
typical.
ham is usual. For us, we like, some years we did ham. It's funny because like I associate it so much with Polish food, but actually in our family we didn't really get a lot of Polish food for Easter, even though Easter is a very Polish holiday. Like Buffalo is like, they've got a giant market that's like a Polish market that's really popular at Easter. We would go. But I think we'd usually just have like the traditional ham most years, except for in like the past few years.
Yeah.
Like as adults, we've made it a more Polish thing. Like, and I'm rarely, this is the first time I'm gonna be home for Easter in a long time, but a lot of times my parents will come visit and bring like Polish food
Yes,
from,
they will.
yeah, I mean a lot of Polish sausage, pierogi,
Oh,
like
pierogi. I
the
was
whole
dreaming of
thing.
it this morning.
Yeah, oh, we're gonna have it next week for sure. Yeah, so we like have made it a very Polish thing, because like, you know, Polish Catholics, my, you know, mom grew up Polish Catholic, and so Easter is just like, you know, we would go to the Broadway market and get all of the typical Polish pastries and different decorations and stuff like that. But we didn't really start celebrating the Polish aspect of it really until I was an adult, even though in my memory I feel like we did, but
That
we
looks great.
didn't.
We
I haven't even put any eggs in. Hold on. Someone else go.
I can go.
put in already
Am I
4.
coming up?
Nice.
We're doing 30, right?
Yeah, 30 eggs.
30.
30 eggs. Oh my God.
Jeremiah, what's your favorite thing about Easter? You can go next. Put your earphone in. What's your favorite thing about Easter?
You get the candy.
I mean, that's fair.
That is true.
If nothing on this podcast, we are honest.
So true.
That's true.
17 yellow. Wow.
Ooh, that's pretty good. I like that pinkness.
That's pretty. Neon is right.
Yeah, I know.
This is banned through this.
Okay, other Easter traditions?
For us, Easter, we didn't really dye eggs. I remember dyeing eggs like once. I think it was somewhere to us too, where it was just kind of like, what's the point? Like, what do you do with them once you dye it?
Yeah.
And they just start smelling. And my mom was just like, we're not about that life. So we didn't really dye eggs. But Easter, I mean, there are 2 big things about Easter. One was Easter is a Sunday where you flex at church. So like we would always get, me and my sister would get new dresses, new shoes. I mean, new from like the discount department store, but like
Right.
we get like
right.
new dresses, like just for Easter. My brother would get a new suit, and then we would all be like, everyone at church would be like decked out for Easter with like your fanciest outfit that you could basically come up with. Everyone wearing
Right.
new clothes.
Yeah.
And then we would always take Easter pictures. As usually we would take our family photos and like individual photos and like whatever. So a lot of it was really just like the outfit that you wore on Easter was like a big deal. And then we were actually very into Easter baskets. So my grandma every year would make us Easter baskets, and she took it very seriously because like some people just buy Easter baskets from the store, but she would ask us weeks in advance, like, what do you want in your Easter basket? And so we would give her,
Oh.
when you get a Christmas list, we give like an Easter basket list of like favorite snacks, little toys we wanted, like little things like that. And she would like individually build each of our Easter baskets with like all the stuff that we liked. And so that was what I was.
Wow.
I was so excited about the
Right.
Easter baskets. It was to the point where, like, when I was little, I would like walk into my grandma's house and be like, "So, where's the Easter baskets?" And my dad was like, "How about hello, grandma? How about happy Easter?" Like, but I was always so pumped about Easter baskets. I don't get one anymore. My little brothers get some. I don't get one. But now my Easter basket is cash, so I'm like okay with that.
Oh. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
One of my
That
favorite
was
things
the
in
big
celebrating the resurrection is cash money.
Exactly.
It's the greatest gift, so let's keep the gifts on coming. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Christmas 2021.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm here to try.
I'm trying the rubber band technique. Get a little bit of
like
stripes in there.
patterns.
We're adding
Try it. I've
green,
never done it before.
we're adding green glitter on all of ours.
Nice. I've got, my mom taught me this one. A couple of them I'm going to put food coloring in a bag, and then you
Ooh.
kind of like, you know, move it around in there.
It's a great idea.
And it
That's nice.
was like tie-dye.
Do you want a paper towel?
I feel like the green glitter represents the hunger of Mary Magdalene as a follower of Jesus to be prepared and in proximity to the presence of God, even at the tomb. So that's what the green glitter means for us today.
Yeah, I
From the
agree with
message,
that.
though, it's from the message mixed
Yeah,
with Passion
definitely.
Translation, mixed with
I'm a little
NLT.
pumpkin.
Also, where did this rubber band come from? I have no idea. Like, what is this? Yeah, we did Easter baskets. We definitely colored eggs. I think it was just like a fun activity that gave us, you know, some craft time that like my mom like entertained us for a while by being able to do it, you know. And we would get creative. We'd draw like with crayons, and so it was always fun. Like we'd draw things on crayons and put them in. It was always kind of like a surprise what it would be, you know, like when it came out. And it was like a fun time for us to like, you know, get creative. But we did Easter baskets. Sometimes like it would be different every year. Like sometimes my mom would like hide eggs with like the little plastic eggs with notes in it that would like be a riddle, lead us to wherever the Easter basket was in the house.
That's cool.
Sometimes it was just like a hidden Easter basket and you found it. I remember, wow, this memory just came up. I don't know how many, maybe Blaine will be the only person who knows what I'm talking about. Do you remember Yik Yaks? Of
course.
They were like these little recording devices and like maybe thousands, and you could like record something that you said. You couldn't keep the recording. If you record something new, it would record right over it, but you could like slow it down or speed it up so it would sound funny. I don't know why they existed. It was so silly. I remember having a Yik Yak in one of my Easter baskets. So we'd have like little like toys as well as chocolate, and you know, always the chocolate cross and a couple of eggs that we had dyed ourselves.
The chocolate
and the one
cross.
Yes, and the one that like said your name on it, like you got that one. So we would do that. I do remember I can't remember doing Easter egg hunts outside though, because it's almost always cold. Like it'll actually be, it could be pretty nice here this time, but like there are times where we had pictures of us like in our Easter dresses, like short sleeves, like springy dresses, but there's like snow behind us, and we just had to like run outside real quick, take a picture, and like come back in, because especially if it was in March, like it would be pretty cold. So, you know, it's always more likely to not have spring weather, but we didn't mind.
Nice. Ooh, those look great,
really
Jeremiah.
great. Wow.
Oh, wow. I always have trouble being patient. I want them to be like really dark in color, but I'm always impatient.
This Sky Cam is brought to you by the We Live Missions podcast.
Ooh, that's cool.
You can find it on Spotify, wherever you find Chi Alpha Network podcast. Brought to you by Chi Alpha, the Sky Cam.
Okay, guys.
There's some cute ones showing up.
Yeah.
What's happening over here?
Oh,
Ooh,
interesting.
What are you doing, huh?
I'm tie-dyeing.
Oh.
Except it all became green. I guess the green
Well.
was a strong color. I'm gonna bring some red in there.
You know what broke the tie in life? The death of Jesus. That's the true tie-dye.
Okay.
Amen to that.
Did he die or did he win?
Well, it was the tie before, I think.
Uh-huh.
And then
there's a die.
And he died.
Yep. That's right.
That's awful.
That's why I'm not a kids pastor.
Yep, that's true. That's very true.
Oh, dear man. You have to be careful because it starts to get brown.
There's also a little camo.
Yeah, camo.
Don't touch what?
I added some red to it.
You know.
Yeah, that's cool.
The problem with this is it takes a lot longer to dry.
This one I think is good.
What's your favorite food to have at Easter?
What'd you say?
What's your favorite food to have at
Good
Easter?
question.
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Oh gosh, I'm getting
I don't know.
going all over my sister's table.
Oh, my favorite food is, I feel like my family didn't really do a meal every year because my mom didn't like ham. So we just didn't really do an Easter meal, but every year she makes a coconut cake. And it is so good. And it just reminds you of Easter, you know, like the coconut. So that's me.
For me, it's Hannah's ham and cheese mini sandwiches on the Hawaiian Prince or Hawaiian rolls.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
Never dye your eggs in the red dye, it'll turn pink and then it'll move because I just did one. I was waiting for this pink one
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
It just moved this was its stand.
Wait, are you saying it's alive?
Yeah, it was on it and then it was like
Stop. The neon is making it.
Gospel parallel.
okay, neon's gonna hatch.
All right, so good question, Jay. Let's hear the rest of their answers about their favorite foods.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever did. We didn't do a meal every year, but we would some years. Sometimes we'd have a ham. My grandfather used to make this really cool ham where he would do it with like the pineapple and the cherries on it. And
Yeah. Oh,
that's
Jesus.
like
Thank
a
you,
big
Jesus.
cool.
Yeah, he's also like from the Caribbean, so I think that's just like how they did it there. And so he would always like make that ham, so that was really cool. And then my sister every year makes a cake. It's not even the same cake every year. It's not like we have like an Easter cake, but she'll like go out of her way to make a really fancy cake. One Easter, she literally made fondant and like cover it to make it look like an Easter egg on the outside, like decorated it. So she'll always like make some type of fancy cake on Easter. So I look forward to that.
Her sister makes.
I have a question. You have a follow-up for Jolene before we hear from the quiet guys over there, the quiet emo egg guys. Jolene, what is stronger, your sister's ability to cook or your love for cake? Which is a stronger force in the universe?
I don't know. They're both very strong. They're both very strong. I mean, probably her ability to cook. Like I love cake, but I also love other foods. But like her cooking skills are next level.
Well, if she can cook anything like Jarrett's barbecues, I would love to try. I'd love to try it one day.
Oh, I mean, she could probably do that twice over. Don't tell him I said this. I mean, he's a great cook too, but Janae's next level.
Jarrett, thank you for your monthly support of the ministry to me. And if you want to cancel Jolene's support and redirect it to another person on the team.
That meal wasn't even like his best one because that was like his simple throw in the crock pot meal. He also can like actually throw down. That was like a simple meal for him.
That was throw down for me.
Throw down, baby.
That's right. Throw down, baby. Throw down. What about D&G over there?
Yeah, what are your Easter histories look like?
What?
Wow, you guys.
You mean me?
You know we're on a podcast, right?
Yeah, they don't hear eggs like we're just having fun hanging out.
It's a lot of work, this Easter egg making.
Let me ask you a question. Did you guys boil the eggs before or not?
Oh no, we did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you guys boil your eggs?
I was like,
We're looking pretty good. We're looking to.
Oh,
The background. Yeah, there we go.
oh, you have jewels.
Oh wow.
You guys are working on some weird.
I saw too.
It's blending with the background a little. Yeah.
You guys have like some weird green screen. You haven't even bought any eggs. It's a technological trick.
Oh, it's not a green screen, Blaine. It's
a green screen egg.
Yeah. Oh, what? Come on. All right.
Get your story straight, guys.
Yeah. So
Easter foods, Easter stories.
Yeah. So my family, we're big on Easter egg hunts for sure. Definitely coming from. I'm one of like the older cousins in my family, so I think that tradition is going to keep going for a while. And yeah, like so one of us like would host kind of like the Easter get together, and always beforehand, someone's going to hide the eggs. Whoever's hosting probably is going to hide them. And like that was honestly like that was a fun thing. Like now I get to like hide them and stuff. And like man, we don't just like make it like easy. Like we make it like super challenging. Like we'll put them up in trees. Like we'll put them under like.
You're like my cousins have broken their arm.
Dirt. Like oh no, this is like an Easter scavenger hunt. Like more like. And it's part of the fun, honestly. And. Yeah, we get sometimes super into it. Like, we'll like color code. Like, so and so finds all the green eggs, so and so finds all the blue eggs, like
Wow.
and so you're looking for like a specific color for the egg. Yeah, depending on like what your color egg, like you'll find like a different thing like in each egg. Like all the green eggs will have chocolate, or like all the orange eggs will have the marshmallow Easter like marshmallow bunny things.
Wow, you're not kidding. You guys really do go all out.
Peeps, that's what they are. I can't think of the name. Yeah, I don't think I ever traditionally like dyed eggs too much, but like they're always a part of it, like somehow. So someone's dyeing them. I don't know if it's always me necessarily, but
That was my question. When you do the Easter egg hunt, are they all plastic eggs or any of them real eggs?
oh no, well actually, no, they're all plastic. They're all plastic. So like you can like put the
Sometimes you like leave a real egg out there, you forget about it, and then your backyard smells, trying to figure out why.
No, they're all plastic.
I like that.
Although like sometimes they're so challenging that like for the older cousins we'll make it like super challenging, and like they won't be able, like they'll still be out in the back like looking, and everyone's like back eating dessert or whatever, and like they're still searching for the eggs. And sometimes they don't find it, like so sometimes they fail in their
Sometimes you find them in like
that's
August.
with life, sometimes we don't always win, right? Like it's a teaching moment, right? Like
no participation award.
Yeah, that's right. No, this is not a participation trophy family, so it's like there's winners and losers, that's it.
One time my mom had these plastic eggs and then she hid them, and the hardest one was the golden one, I think. And the funny part is that the golden one's huge, and the funny part, they had money in them.
Ooh.
So the gold one, they're like $5.
Oh my goodness. Jeremiah, do you remember a couple years ago, you were little, we were at the Bay House. Remember the Bay House?
I was there for that.
Maybe.
Where you went kayaking and stuff?
Oh yeah.
And that was when Brittany and Josh were there, and Evie Joy, and Brittany made a giant Easter basket for you with Easter eggs all over it. You had to follow the Easter egg trail. You were little. You're probably
He was
3. I guess it probably was. You were probably 3. So you
Yeah,
probably don't remember.
Daniel was in high school, I think, or middle school. He was doing his own Easter egg
He was
hunts.
in middle school 3 years ago.
Baby.
Wow. How's everyone's eggs
Relax,
doing?
relax.
Good, Jeremy. We haven't heard much from you, buddy.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I got to participate in was just like at church we'll do like this, like they'll be like they'll do the seven words, I think 7 like last words.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's something else. But we would just do like the 7 words that Jesus did. So like everybody, like they'll pick 7 people to go on stage and like unpack this last 7 words. That he
Cool.
said. I think Easter, I didn't know it was a thing until like that Easter Bunny movie came out.
Oh, Pop or something like that.
It's a really good movie. Like it's
Yeah,
like
I know what
Easter
you're talking
something. And so that's the first time I realized that there were like eggs involved in Easter. And then I think just going to like a church that wasn't predominant Latinx, that churches were hosting stuff like that. I never went to any of them, but that's like my first intro to it.
See, because we made a big deal. I feel like in all the churches I grew up in, there was always like dramatic presentations or
Yeah, I
skits,
remember that.
both at La Paz de Cristo in New Mexico, at Family Life Church in Georgia, I think at Tuscaloosa First in Alabama. But yeah, I think that it was interesting seeing how like in different regions of the country, like for some it was just a service, for others it was like a full-on holiday.
Yeah, I do remember sometimes going to Good Friday services, like in the 90s. I remember being really little and then doing like a reenactment of the crucifix. Well, actually, probably now I don't remember. It may have been the whole story. But I remember it being quite traumatizing. I mean, when you're little and watching the crucifixion, I mean, I understood, I guess this is a bigger theological conversation. I understood the importance of like letting it matter and seeing the like brutality of it, but as like a 6-year-old watching like what looked to me as a very real crucifixion.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no, you can go ahead, Jeremiah.
We just had another egg that came alive.
It
It was the
moves.
same one as last time. It was the pink one.
Oh my gosh, maybe there's a chick in there.
Shout out to Cornerstone Assembly of God in Bowie, Maryland, because we recently were at their Drive Through Resurrection experience, and they made the decision to, during the flogging scene, it was like they were flogging like behind a wall. So like you didn't see, there was no person there, but you were supposed to imagine that the person was behind this barrier being flogged. And then at the crucifixion scene, there was 3 crosses, but it was like there was no people on the cross. It was like they were invisible, and so like they were still like stabbing the side. But that was one of my questions, to be honest, of whether we would go or not, because we weren't sure like where would the age appropriateness be, and it's so hard to figure out, because I was on church staff and I don't think I ever really thought through those things well until I became a parent. Because you're right, Rev Nat, you want to be accurate and show the worth and the value and the amazing sacrifice that Jesus made, but how do you do so in appropriate ways, you know?
Right. And it's like, as an adult, maybe, I don't know, it's hard. Like as a kid, you know, you want to grow up with that awe, but I think that it's hard for kids to like watch that and have the awe, like, oh my gosh, this love for me that he had. And more, it was like, wow, this is brutal and I can't get it out of my mind now. And it's kind of traumatizing, you know, like there's a difference between awe and
right,
traumatizing.
And speaking of atonement theories, I think that the cross helps us to see that Jesus conquers sin and death. He is our Christus victor.
Yes, Blaine. Yes.
Oh my gosh, Dan.
Man, love you, Dan.
Come on, Dan. Guys, look at this rubber band one.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that, Jay. Look at her rubber band one.
Whoa.
We've got stickers on ours. Show them, Jay.
Little ones too. Look at this.
Oh, that's cool. I knew you did the rubber band trick. I just forgot to get one.
I've never heard of it before until I Googled it today.
Oh, I thought we did it with your mom.
No, I've never done it before.
Maybe the Lord was speaking in my dreams.
Maybe.
Well,
Ooh,
as the
cool.
victor, he would be able to speak at any point, at any time, because he is the victor, the Christus victor.
Wow. My fingers are going to be dyed for a while.
Jeremiah said I don't have to keep saying Christus victor.
He's like, they heard it the first time. Oh, goodness. How's everyone's eggs looking?
Pretty cute, not gonna lie. Look at this one. One second.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
Wow.
This is blue and I put glitter on it.
Oh, wow. You guys have like whole kits. Look at mine. I actually
those are cool.
I actually really like this one's a brown egg and this one's a brown egg.
Yeah,
I think next time I might try all brown eggs because it does make them kind of like a darker natural color.
Yeah, that's
Can I ask a follow-up question circling back to some family traditions? You know, in my family of origin growing up, like when we were cooking cookies or cake, like we were not allowed to try to eat it pre-baked. Like it was not safe, it was dangerous. But then we also didn't eat the colored egg. So I wonder if there's a corollary there. Like if you did eat colored eggs, were you allowed to have batter to eat while you were cooking, or was it like the double ban? Is there like a thread line of homeschool rigidity?
I don't know if there's a thread line. I mean, was allowed to eat colored eggs, and once, like when we would bake, my mom would let us lick the bowl, but she would always say, "You're really not supposed to do this."
Yeah.
So I think that there is actually danger in licking the bowl, whereas there's not danger in eating food coloring. I mean, well, there is, but it's a lot different than salmonella, probably. That goes into like red dye number 5 or whatever. Anyway.
Oh, I just get that in my Starbursts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you get that in everything. That's what I mean about the food coloring. It's not like harmful in like a disease kind of way. So my mom would always like let us lick the bowl, but she'd always like say, "You're not really supposed to do this."
Would she lick it?
No, but I was teasing her this Christmas because she would always say, you know, don't eat any of the dough while we're making the cookies. Like you'll get to lick it afterwards. So we'd have to be patient. And my mom, being as like type A as she is, she would scrape the bowl so clean and so perfect. I'm like, oh great, we get like an essence of cookie dough. Like we couldn't really even lick anything because she cleaned it so well. And we're like, Mom, like, you know, you're supposed to leave some for us.
Is she better at cleaning the bowl when baking or eating all the meat and tendons off of a chicken wing?
No, that's the chicken wing. That's my dad.
Which one's on here?
I mean, we're all good at that, but my dad, there's nothing left. There's not even.
I only eat nuggets around him. Nuggets and pizza is the only thing I eat around him.
Yeah. If you are gonna eat wings around my dad, you got to prepare yourself that you got to eat every last bit of edible
You should.
and possibly inedible parts.
Yeah, he not only ridiculed me, he threatened to take away my support.
You know?
I don't think he did that.
Okay, he just ridiculed me.
The bone marrow fills up your own bone, right?
But to be fair, he ridicules it. It's not like, oh, just you. Anyone who doesn't eat a chicken wing well.
That's true. Anyone that doesn't steward the blessing of food.
Yeah. The blessing that is
Yeah.
chicken wings.
Chicken wing wing.
Nope.
Now I'm hungry for an Easter chocolate cross. I'm hungry for
Chocolate cross, yeah.
one peep, a coconut cake, Jarrett's barbecue,
Wow.
pierogies, an Easter egg hunt, scavenger hunt turn Hunger Games with Daniel's family, and then watching that movie that's not a Disney Channel original movie, but it's still good with German.
You're wearing the egg thing as a monocle?
I have a question.
He looks like the guy from hold on,
cute.
what's that Christmas movie that was about inventors and
Oh,
math magic?
Jingle Jangle.
Oh,
We still sing the music.
Dude,
that
you're
day.
straight up jingle jangle because of that monocle.
Jingle,
I know.
I do have a question.
Forrest
I
Whitaker.
have to watch the movie. I have a question.
fine.
The coconut. What's the relate? What's the?
It's because the tomb is empty and the coconut is empty when you open it.
Is that for real?
no.
I've never heard of that. But they do, most Easter cakes, if they're like bunny cakes, are made out of
Wait, but he's talking-
coconut on top.
Because it looks like the bunny's fur a lot of
Bunny
times.
food, yeah.
Or like my mom will sometimes do like green food dye and you can make it look like grass.
Mm.
So it's literally for an aesthetic. But also I just associate like sweet coconut with Easter now. So
Yeah. So that's a question. What Easter candy do you guys not prefer? Because that you brought up Peeps. I maybe would have one Peep and I will regret it whenever I do.
You
I
said what?
prefer them to be
What, peep?
stale.
Marshmallow?
Peep, the marshmallow Peeps, they're like little
Oh,
chips
yeah, yeah, yeah.
bunnies, yeah. Don't really like those. I also don't like malted milk eggs. You know,
Oh,
they're
those are
basically
my-
like Whoppers.
Those are my Whoppers are my favorite candy in the whole
I
world.
just don't. I
Mine's my
want to like it, but I don't like it. I want it to have just all chocolate.
No,
and
Whoppers are my
every
favorite
egg.
candy of all time. So the Easter eggs they're a little
Oh.
bit bigger. They have a conical shape to them. There's a little bit in the speckle. There's a little bit more
Yeah.
crunch. Oh,
Yeah, I just don't. I want to like them. I think part of it might be like the feeling on your teeth. It makes it almost like feels like a chalkboard. You know,
Yeah.
like
I
I don't like that.
my least favorite Easter candy is I have two. It's well, I guess I have one. It's candy corn left over from Halloween. When that comes out at Easter, I hate candy corn. I hate old candy. So when people are bringing out Reese's that are orange and they're not in an egg or bunny shape, but it's in a demonic Halloween shape, I'm like, I rebuke that.
Demonic. Well, never even heard of that at Easter time.
They're not right, yeah.
Okay, what about you guys?
You guys went to public schools. You got to eat candy whenever you wanted. In the home schools, you got it. Like if Jesus died, if Jesus was born, if Jesus came back, that's it.
That's
Only part that tastes sweet. Only- right, yeah.
Definitely not on the devil's heart.
Everyone gives candy on Good Friday when Jesus dies.
Also, I think it's funny you say that because half of the people on here were homeschooled.
Oh, no, I'm talking to you and
That
Dan and
is-
German.
wild. That is wild.
Except Jeremiah. So it's like
Yeah, that's true. It is
Yeah.
uneven now.
He gets candy all the time, though. He's not living on
Actually,
that
he's
home
kind
school
of homeschooled. So,
Well, right now, I
Not
guess he
anymore.
was.
I really like it.
Like,
So-
Mark.
Not anymore. That's
Majority of time spent in school, though. Like, what do you?
Yeah, we won.
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Wait, what about the rest of you guys? Stuff that you don't like.
Okay, so I don't like dots. I know they've kind of gone out of style. We should
Oh, I
get
love dots.
I did not.
That's my movie theater go-to.
Well, no, not dots, not like those, like the dots on the paper.
Right? The sticker.
Oh, I liked those too.
I love
But
both
Yeah.
those.
I didn't like those at
Must
all.
be a generational thing.
I don't know. There's a lot that I even have.
It is very 90s, but
But I do would like, I know this wasn't the question, but I would like to say that my favorite is the Reese's eggs, like the ones that are big, because they're just the proportion to peanut butter to chocolate is so good. But my ultimate favorite is Starburst jelly beans. Oh my gosh, they're so good.
oh, we've got them in the cabinet right now.
Okay,
actually.
well that's just incredible. My mom, she knows that they're our favorite, and she would always give us an Easter basket growing up. And she's now, since we've left the house, every Easter she sends us an Easter box in the mail.
Oh.
So I'm very much looking forward to. She usually sends a bunch of Starburst jelly beans, so I'm excited for that. That's all I
Nice. We
wanted
never
to-
had the Starburst ones. We would have just like the regular ones, and then once in a while we'd get the fancy Jelly Bellies.
Oh, yeah.
Buttered popcorn, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
not
love the
that's
buttered
okay.
popcorn.
Popcorn
You're
and
either a-
pear. Popcorn and
Oh,
pear are the
I like
best.
pear.
Jelly Bellies.
Wait, pear. Yes.
The
Oh my
pear
gosh.
tastes
Winkles
just
like
like pears.
one flavor, we get pear. Yeah, so pear.
The pears actually taste like real pears.
Literal
Yeah.
like pears. I don't know why. Okay, it makes me so happy. I feel like that was so niche, but that other people know about that.
Yes.
A lot of people don't like the pear ones. That's why
I
I'm
love
in
the
groups
pear.
and people hand me the pears. It's like, yeah, give me
Yeah.
that tomato, give me that bacon off your McDonald's thing.
I
Give me
love
that
that.
fake nugget.
And I feel like there are two types of people in the world: people who like buttered popcorn, Jelly Bellies, and people who don't.
I liked it better than regular popcorn because it's
Like I
just
feel
so
like
much
most people
better.
aren't like, it's fine. It's either
Yeah.
you love it or you hate it.
Yeah, it's like Satan. It's like you're either on his team or you're not.
Wow. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good or evil. No in between. No gray area. Amen.
German, I feel you should sign a waiver for adding a cooking accessory as an eye. Oh my gosh, dude, you're gonna shoot out
No,
your eye
you're
with
gonna-
that.
No, I feel like I look smarter. It's like
Stress. Okay.
my glasses. Like I have one glass.
Jeremiah, what you doing over there?
He's doing some color mixing.
Oh wow,
Oh, nice.
that's gonna look great. Okay, wait. Let's get back to the question. Candy that you don't like. You
I feel
don't
like
prefer.
I used to really like Peeps, and then I just grew as a person. It was like my favorite, like the thing that I look forward to every Easter that I would always ask my grandma for on my Easter basket list was like, I have to have Peeps. And she'd be like, ew, but okay. And she'd put it in. And it was always a big thing. But then, like, I don't know. I guess I just had it more recently. But like, this is kind of disgusting. And it's not like I don't like marshmallows, because I'll eat a marshmallow. Like, I love roasting marshmallows or even just eating a marshmallow straight.
Right.
But there's something special about these Peeps where it doesn't even taste like a normal marshmallow. And then
Yeah.
it's like covered in like a gross kind of tasting sugar.
Yeah.
And I'm just
It's
like,
sugar.
I don't know why I love this so much.
Yeah.
I don't really get it anymore.
Yeah.
I usually brush my teeth right the night before Easter, and I use a Peep as the toothbrush, and then I put the toothpaste on it, and then I just brush and wait for the resurrection.
I don't even know anything about
At least
that.
you always bring it back to Christ.
Have you ever microwaved a Peep?
Yeah, it's not.
Ooh.
I've heard this. I haven't done it.
It becomes like a sumo wrestler.
No, I've definitely done that. Yeah, I've
Like blows up.
yeah, you can peep.
Is
Yeah,
it
just
like-
see what happens. Yeah,
What
yeah.
happens?
It pops up. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
We did that one time for homeschool PE. We put two different colors in there, and we all watched it. And it was wrestling, and then that was the
Oh yeah, I
curriculum.
did that too. I did that too. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, boys, what about you? Least favorite?
My stance on peeps is that I'm not gonna like go out of my way to have them, but I will have them if they're there. You know,
Right.
it's like an Easter thing. It's like you got to do it. Like, you know, when else are you gonna go out of your way to have peeps?
Right.
Seasonal thing.
It's a seasonal thing, right?
Okay.
Mm.
I mean,
But yeah, I don't know if I have like I mean, like my least favorite candies in general like tend to be like, I'm not all about like hard candies. I'm not really like too into them because they just take too long. Like just like I want that satisfaction of like finishing it, you know, like just give me that, you know.
Mm.
Like so Jolly Ranchers are like okay and stuff, but like
Oh, that jelly.
Ooh, I love Jolly Ranchers.
I don't know if I like if it's not gone by like the next hour, like what is this?
No, but I
Does
like
a Jolly Rancher take you an hour to eat?
You have some salivation gland issues.
Yeah.
No, I honestly like you see we have the lollipops out in the living room. I don't touch them really.
Damn.
But like I'm not gonna like, you know, it's not gonna be the worst thing if I have.
Right, you're not gonna say no.
You don't have a Sabbath lolly?
No, I Sabbath. I go a little bit more hardcore on desserts when it comes to
Sabbath.
Sabbaths.
Mm.
But yeah, like that, and like probably like if it counts as like an Easter candy, it's kind of like a candy in general. It's like Tootsie Rolls. I'm not really too big.
Oh,
into
I
it.
love
Oh,
Tootsie Rolls.
interesting. See, I haven't had one in a while, but I do appreciate.
I love Tootsie Rolls, but I think that's nostalgic. My dad loved Tootsie Rolls.
Guys,
It's like
What?
if it's chocolate, I want it to be like.
so I mixed some colors and this is what I got.
Oh, that looks like purple.
Do you have
or
an egg
black.
in there?
It's black and there's an egg in it.
Yeah, let's see what
Ooh.
color the egg is.
You can eat that on Good Friday. I mean, today's Easter.
Yeah.
Hooray. No, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be Good Friday when this comes out. Actually, you can eat this today.
I love it.
I'll get it out in the next
Your
10 minutes.
fingers.
It really looks like a cold brew.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh my gosh, I should have just had cold brew in different colors, and then I was just drinking the dye, and it was just colored cold brew.
Your fingers are gonna be purple for so long. This is bringing back Ringo from the last party.
Oh, Ringo, it's so good.
Oh, it's purple.
Oh,
that's-
Everyone loves it, Jay.
Wow,
I
that's
that.
like
I
space.
That looks good.
That looks like space.
This reminds me of a Lou Giglio sermon.
That's
I actually saw that sermon in person
Same.
at Creation Fest.
I saw it at
in Pennsylvania.
Big Camp or yeah, Big Jump or something in Florida. Indescribable, I think is the name of the
Sounds like
sermon.
a
It's one of his
Giglio
best.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. We went after my freshman year of college, Creation in Pennsylvania. We really went to see Switchfoot and then saw the rest of the bands that were there. German, any candy that you won't go for?
Yeah, Alexis reminded me the candies that look like this.
Oh yeah, those
Yeah, I'd be
I
like,
know.
Scott candy. Yeah,
yeah, that's
It's like nerds. Would that
it's
be
great when you
No, that's just
get a little bit of paper in your mouth too.
Oh,
This is a
doing like the little
That's
yeah,
some substance.
eating like a bird.
Isn't
kinda.
it sugar? Isn't it just sugar? Like you just pick it
Yeah,
up.
it's just
I
sugar.
mean, yeah.
Like, why can't it just be like put it in a box and I'll just dump it in my mouth?
That's called a pixie stick.
Because it's
Yeah.
just that's just
Pixie
the style.
stick.
I would prefer if that didn't exist.
It didn't exist. You wouldn't even prefer to not eat it. You prefer that it just didn't exist.
Okay, he got a Thanos spirit, man. I rebuke that Thanos spirit.
One time I
All
got some
candy should be there. Yeah,
oh, candy.
Even if I don't like it, yeah. It should exist. It has the
For,
right.
for whoever wants it, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's allowed to want something.
Mm. But when does that become a disordered
like something.
attachment, in the words of Ignatius?
Wait, he said
I
that?
don't even know what that means.
Are you serious?
I don't know if he said that.
I don't know, or Blaine's like coming up with whatever.
I'm trying to.
Oh, so and so quoted this. Wait, they did? They did? That sounds right.
So you never hear one of the real
I
quotes?
just want to get
That's terrible.
Time.
That's fine. Okay, wow. Where are we at with our eggs? Should we should we bring this one in for a
Legally
landing?
finished. We would like to
Okay,
display.
let's see everybody. Yes.
Oh yeah, we got a little display here. Yeah.
Guys,
Oh yes.
I also made another one that has stickers. Whoops.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
sticker
cool.
action.
One of them has a picture of a cell phone, which I think represents campus ministry and digital ministry in this
Yeah.
pandemic age.
Jeremiah's like, okay.
It's gone.
You did very good today.
I like it. Oh, Lily wants to say hi. Hi, Lily.
Hi,
Oh, hi,
Lily.
Lily. She smells the eggs. Hi, Lil.
Hi, bud. Thanks for visiting.
You know what I found out? Alexis, you'll be happy to know this.
What?
Lily is mostly lab and border collie.
What?
Hi, Lily.
That.
Ooh, a Lorder lolly.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
border
border.
That's a pretty one.
Lollipop.
Okay, oh boys, look at that.
Ooh.
Wow, like full on
Yeah,
flowers.
painted in like.
I mean, we didn't
Those
come today.
stickers,
Those are cool.
That is cool.
This one's like, yeah, it's
that's
got,
very pretty.
it's got some glitter on it. This one.
We didn't come to play.
Somebody came
I
over
like
to say
that.
hello as
Oh.
well. Ooh,
Jeremy,
ooh.
that looks nice.
Oda. Say hi. Say hi to the people.
Oh, more dogs.
More dogs.
He heard
Border
there's a
collie.
dog. Oh, Lily's just lying on the floor now.
Alexis, you're not gonna let me borrow?
What'd you say?
I don't know if that's appropriate on the podcast, man. I mean, I'm just trying to.
I said, why isn't Coda in the podcast?
He tried to be, honestly. He came on to
Not what he
dinner,
said
and
at
then he
all.
slipped and fell. So Coda took a nap.
Very
It was really dramatic.
Yeah, you're
Um,
right.
It was like it was like a cartoon where someone somehow manages to fall for a minute straight.
Oh, poor Coda. All right, let's see everyone else's. The girl showed theirs. These are mine. I think
Go
I
ahead,
showed
Natalie.
mine. Some
Oh.
tie-dye.
I really like that brown one. That one's cool.
I know. Well, and the thing it said on here was dusty rose, but with the brown egg.
Ooh, my dusty.
Fire.
My dusty rose.
Eggcorn.
Okay, and then Blaine and Jeremiah, let's see your eggs. Ooh,
Yeah,
those are
good.
great
Yeah.
neon
In
colors.
process.
Ooh, I like that blue one.
Yeah, the blues pops.
It does pop.
Yeah.
His face.
Wow.
The
Well,
apron too. The apron's nice.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
I see
Thank
me and
you.
Jeremy
You
both
gotta
got on
go
the
for it.
sticker on the face situation.
I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
cute. Well, I feel like we've kind of reached the end of the road.
No.
Alexis really got worked up. But we hope that you enjoyed this episode, maybe hearing about our traditions or just hearing our weird banter back and forth or seeing our beautiful eggs. Hopefully this has inspired you to color your eggs. That as an adult, you are not too old to color eggs, and to let you know you can eat the eggs after you've colored them, but I would recommend hard boiling them first. I mean, I guess you could crack an egg into a frying pan after it's been
Yeah,
fried too.
protein.
Just never tried it. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this episode of Better Wherever, and we'll see you next week.